Chapter 41. I rejected her. It's nothing. Let's go quickly. I'm starving. I'm starving so bad that I can't take it any longer. Mu Xiaoxiao pulled on him and rushed forward. They entered a breakfast shop. At Lu Yichen's recommendation, Mu Xiaoxiao ordered a steamed dumpling. Taking a bite, her eyes widened from the deliciousness. This is good. Do you want some too? Anyway, I just finished my cake, so I can't eat so much, she said. No, I'm not hungry, Lu Yichen said as he waved his hand and rejected. Mu Xiaoxiao didn't mind it. She thought he was really polite. She glanced at the cake beside his hand curiously. Finally, she couldn't control herself anymore. Why did you buy that but not eat it? Is it for your girlfriend? She asked. Lu Yichen was startled for a second and did not reply to her. Changing the topic, he asked instead, do you like strawberry cakes this much? You looked like you were in love with it. Mu Xiaoxiao was a rather smart girl and knew that he didn't want to answer the question. She did not press it, but because of this, she was convinced that he had gotten the cake for his girlfriend. Hence, she deduced that his girlfriend must be studying in Shengde High School. Mu Xiaoxiao gloated over her intelligence. At the same time, she wondered what kind of girl would make him like her so much as to not only protect her identity but also date her for so long. After finishing the steamed dumpling, Mu Xiaoxiao dusted the bits off her hand. I'm done. Let's go. Lu Yichen handed a tissue over for her to wipe her hands. As they walked out of the shop, she glanced around cautiously. Certain that Yan Shouji's car was no longer around, she then gave a sigh of relief. What's wrong? Lu Yichen noticed her weird behavior and asked. Mu Xiaoxiao smiled and shook her head. It's nothing. Anyway, do you usually have breakfast here? Occasionally. Actually, I went to your class to look for you yesterday, but you weren't there. I heard that you were called out by a girl who wanted to confess to you, is that true? Mu Xiaoxiao's gossipy side emerged. I rejected her, Lu Yichen said calmly. What were you finding me for? He asked as he looked at her. It's nothing much, I wanted you to guide me around the school since I'm not very familiar with it. She rubbed her nose guiltily though because she already had Yu Jie as a guide. Oh yeah, I'm in class S of year 1. If there's anything in the future, you can come and look for me. She would rather have exchanged phone numbers but felt that they were not familiar enough. It seemed rude to do so, so she did not ask for it. You're in class S. Lu Yichen didn't look surprised. He had felt from yesterday's incident that she had an extraordinary status, but now, he had evidence that she was just another rich girl from a wealthy family. What puzzled him was why she hadn't eaten breakfast. Didn't rich people have cooks in their houses? He couldn't think of why she had to come all the way to school just for breakfast. Both of them walked up to the school gate. Because it was almost time for class, there were quite a few students rushing by. Mu Xiaoxiao felt the intense stares of people around her and guessed that it was because of Lu Yichen. However, he was unperturbed. Apparently, he was used to it. At the gates, Lu Yichen glanced at the security guards unintentionally. There was a newcomer and the guard from yesterday was nowhere to be seen. There were two guards talking. One of them said, in the future, don't act stupidly like Little Lee. He accidentally offended someone and got fired. Chapter 42. Are you trying to play dumb in front of me? Lu Yichen stopped abruptly. Frowning, he turned to them. Good morning. The person you said was fired, was it the guard from yesterday? He inquired. The older guard paused. Remembering him, he explained politely, yes, he is. Is there anything I can help you with? When was he fired? Why was he fired? Lu Yichen probed deeply. He was fired yesterday afternoon. As for the reason, the older guard looked awkward. Glancing at Mu Xiaoxiao, he could only say, sorry, this is classified, I cannot reveal this to you. Even if he didn't say it, Lu Yichen understood what had happened perfectly. Crestfallen, he nodded in gratitude. Thank you, I understand. Then, he walked ahead, seeming to forget Mu Xiaoxiao's existence. Mu Xiaoxiao was confused. She thought was the guard he was asking about the one who had blocked her entry. How did he get fired? Lu Yichen, wait up. Why are you walking so fast? It's not time for class yet anyway. Lu Yichen had long legs, but Mu Xiaoxiao's legs were pitifully short. For every step he walked, she had to run 2 steps to catch up. Finally, when she caught up to him, she spread her arms out to block him. In a bewildered tone, she asked, are you okay? Was that security guard your relative? Are you upset? Even if she didn't understand the situation, she could see that Lu Yichen was upset at that moment. His face was expressionless and cold, looking like what Yu Jie had described as austere. Mu Xiaoxiao had no idea what she had done wrong and stared into his eyes waiting for an explanation. Lu Yichen finally looked at her. His voice had lost all warmth and geniality as he said coldly, you're saying you don't know why the guard was fired. Mu Xiaoxiao, are you trying to play dumb in front of me? What do you mean by that? I really don't know what you are talking about. Is it something I should know about? Mu Xiaoxiao was puzzled and even began to feel indignant at his accusation. His attitude seemed to say that it was her fault that the security guard was fired. Did you forget that I only transferred to the school yesterday? I don't know him, and I have no grudges against him. Why would I cause him to lose his job? Mu Xiaoxiao made an effort to state her point of view. Seeing his attitude made her sad, for even though the two of them had not known each other for long and it was normal for him to misunderstand her, he was judging her and thought that she was a bad person. Was she such an evil person in his heart? No grudges. Didn't you get angry when he stopped you from entering yesterday? And wasn't that call from the principal? If you didn't have some sort of unique status, why would the principal welcome you personally? I knew Xiao Xiao was speechless from the onslaught of his tirade. Lu Yichen's tone became increasingly cold as though he was telling her off. Did you know how important this job was to that security guard? His wife just gave birth, and it costs 1 to 2,000 yuan just to afford baby formula and diapers, not counting other necessities. Do you know what it means for him to lose this job? I know, you don't know. What is a few thousand yuan to such a rich girl like you? You, with your wealth and influence, need only say a couple words carelessly and someone's fate will be decided by you. Isn't that merry? Chapter 43, His past. Lu, excuse me, I don't associate with people who use their status to trample on others. Lu Yichen spat before going on his way, ignoring Liu Xiaoxiao, who had been dumbstruck by his berating. Aggrieved, Liu Xiaoxiao's lips curled downwards as she watched his disappearing silhouette. How had this happened? It had been fine and dandy during breakfast earlier. She was unable to make sense of his admonishment, which made her feel terrible. Arriving at class S, she slumped on her desk in misery. Yu Jie turned around and glanced at her. Heading over to her, he asked in a caring tone, Xiao, what's wrong? Are you unhappy? Still in a daze, Liu Xiaoxiao nodded twice. Lifting her eyes, she looked at Yu Jie and asked, Yu Jie, do you know why Lu Yichen is so angry? Is he angry at me? Ah, Yu Jie was surprised at the question. Liu Xiaoxiao told him the entire story. After listening to her story, Yu Jie's face lit up with enlightenment. Liu Xiaoxiao pulled on his sleeve impatiently and asked, hurry up and tell me, why is he so angry? The security guard isn't even related to him. Yu Jie didn't know whether to laugh or cry. He said seriously, it might be because he empathizes with the security guard. Liu Xiaoxiao looked at him and blinked in confusion. What do you mean? Don't you know? She shook her head. No, I don't. What do you mean? With mocking in his voice, Yu Jie looked at her and said, are you sure you are friends with Lu Yichen? You don't even know about his past. What about his past? Liu Xiaoxiao expressed an overwhelming interest in this topic. Her ears shot up like a rabbit's and she looked very attentive. Thus, Yu Jie began acquainting her with the facts. Remember when I said that Lu Yichen was scouted by the school, which gave him an expensive scholarship? He accepted it, which means that his family is poor. Liu Xiaoxiao's eyes widened in surprise. Really? His family is poor? I couldn't tell. Observing Lu Yichen's clothes, he did not look like a poor student. However, it might be because he was good-looking enough and had a fine figure, a polished countenance, and a vague air of nobility, which made his presence impressive even though he was from the dumps. It's true. A lot of people are aware that his family's circumstances are ordinary and that he comes from a single-parent family. I heard rumors that his mum was bullied by someone wealthy when she was working, that's why he's resentful of the rich. Liu Xiaoxiao had never imagined that things would be so dramatic. Her eyes were wide from shock. No wonder he was trying to right the injustice forced upon that fired guard, and you saw yesterday that there were girls who confessed to him on a daily basis. Almost all of them are rich misses, so it's obvious that they would be cruelly rejected. As she listened, Liu Xiaoxiao asked curiously, if it wasn't a rich girl who confessed to him, would his attitude be different? Yu Jie shrugged. I'm not sure about this. There apparently hasn't been such a situation before. Our school is catered to the wealthy, you know, and people who attend this school are usually either loaded or respectable, so people who get in through excellent academic results are a minority. Also, girls in this category usually feel a little more inferior and naturally wouldn't confess to him. Liu Xiaoxiao nodded her head in comprehension. It makes sense when you put it like this. Yu Jie's advice enlightened her. She understood why Lu Yichen had been so upset earlier. It was probably because he had seen a parallel between the unjust treatment of the guard and that of his mothers. Chapter 44, The Extensive Influence of Young Master Ji. Yu Jie said, from what you said earlier, I'm guessing that he probably misunderstood you as a rich missy from an influential family who ordered the school to fire the security guard because you were displeased with him. Liu Xiaoxiao nodded. I get it now. Yu Jie's face showed some amusement as he said, actually, this isn't the first time I've seen something like this. There was once a student who annoyed young Master Ji and was expelled. It's a world where the weak are preyed on by the strong. There's no one to blame but yourself if you are the weak one. Upon hearing this, Liu Xiaoxiao paused. Yin Shoji he has so much influence. He caused someone to be expelled from just a casual remark. Didn't Yu Jie just say that the students of the school were rich and influential too? When Yu Jie mentioned Yin Shoji, his attitude changed as though he was filled with admiration. Of course, young Master Ji is extremely influential in this school. His father is the school director of Shengde, so it's as if Shengde is owned by his family. That's why it's natural that he can do whatever he wants. Liu Xiaoxiao was speechless. She had not known that Shengde was operated by the Yin family. No wonder Yin Shoji could run amok in school and treat the girls here as his personal harem. However, she had to admit that his face was also a reason why he could do so. She reached a sort of conclusion internally. It was likely that the security guard had been fired because Yin Shoji was trying to stand up for her. Even though she had no intention of retaliating against the guard, he had suffered because of her actions. Thus, she felt that she was responsible no matter what. She slapped the table, her eyes filled with determination. I know what to do already. Yu Jie asked curiously, what are you going to do? Suddenly, they felt the air around them stiffen. Looking around at their classmate, they realized that everyone staring at them. It was only then that Mu Xiaoxiao registered the teacher's presence behind Yu Jie, who staring at the two of them with rage in his eyes. Coincidentally, it was the English teacher again. Awkwardly, she laughed and said, "Good morning, teacher, is class starting now?" Actually, it had already been 10 minutes into class. The English teacher tightened his jaw. He was in a dilemma. Last time, he had lost face to Mu Xiaoxiao and realized just how good her English was. He couldn't scold her on the lines of getting bad results from not listening in class, could he? With Mu Xiaoxiao's proficiency in English, it didn't matter if she listened to his lectures in class or not. After deliberating for a while, he finally cuffed. Knocking his rod on Mu Xiaoxiao's desk, he put on an air of an imposing teacher and said severely, "Mu Xiaoxiao, I know that your English is good, but you can't talk and disrupt the learning of other students while we're having class. Be more mindful next time. If not, don't blame me for making you stand as punishment, understood?" "Understood. I'm sorry, I promise I won't do it again." Mu Xiaoxiao did not become angry and apologized politely. Because she was so engrossed in her conversation with Yu Jie, she hadn't noticed that class had already started. The teacher did not dare to reprimand Yu Jie, and it was as if he did not know that he was an accomplice. Turning around, he made his way back to the lectern. Yu Jie flashed a glance at Mu Xiaoxiao. "See, the teacher only dares to bully you. No matter how much I disrupt the class, he will pretend that nothing has happened," he said. Mu Xiaoxiao didn't know whether to laugh or to cry. In a ridiculing tone, she said, "Student Yu Jie, is disrupting the learning of other classmates something that you should be so proud of?" She pushed his head away as she said that. "Enough, listen attentively in class." After class, she sped towards the Year 3 school block to find Lu Yichen. Chapter 45, An early confession in the morning outside the door of Year 3's classes. Mu Xiaoxiao stopped a boy. "Hello, can you help get Lu Yichen for me? Say that Mu Xiaoxiao is looking for him." "Thanks." Seeing her, the boy let out an A. Staring at her equivocally, he said mockingly, "You again. Confessing this early in the morning. Not bad, you have sincerity. What a coincidence. It was the boy from yesterday." Mu Xiaoxiao chuckled bitterly and said, "No, anyway, just call him out for me." "Thanks. Fine. I'll help you out since you're cute. I feel that you stand a good chance." Seize this chance to conquer his cold heart. The boy looked optimistic and went into the class after he agreed, shouting, "Lu Yichen, there's a girl who's looking for you and she's really cute. She says that she is Mu Xiaoxiao." Mu Xiaoxiao waited outside, worrying about whether Lu Yichen would come out. To her surprise, he did. Seeing him, she was astonished. "You came out. Yeah, what's up?" His attitude was a little cold, which made Mu Xiaoxiao feel a little dejected. She felt that he still misunderstood her, which was why she had come to clear it up. "I have something to talk to you about. Can you spare a few minutes for me, please?" She said in a tone that was neither supercilious nor obsequious, her bright dark eyes looking at him. "Okay," he answered. Thus, the two of them walked out of the class and went to a deserted space near the building. Mu Xiaoxiao glanced left and right. Seeing that there was no one else around, she faced him and said gravely, "Regarding the guard, believe it or not, I didn't know about it. However, I can guess what probably happened, and I will think of a solution." Also, her face trembled as she pouted a little, her expression indignant as she said, "Did you know that what you said to me today was overboard? You didn't even know what happened, yet you pushed the blame on me. Do you think that is fair? I'm still really upset now." With that said, she harumphed and prepared to turn around and leave. As she explained this, Lu Yichen had been observing her serious face and saw that she had a persistent obstinacy about it. His pupils wavered slightly at this. Seeing that she was leaving, he reached out suddenly and caught her wrist. "I'm sorry," he said. Mu Xiaoxiao stood still for a moment, but still in a huff, she did not turn her head. Her cheeks were still burning with anger. "I'm sorry," he said again. Watching her expression while she ranted, he knew that he had misunderstood her. At first, he thought that she was like other girls who wanted to get close to him because they had ulterior motives, so he had lumped her together with the crowd of girls who were lawless and disregarded natural morality just because they were rich and influential. Yet, he was confused as to why he had still willing to accompany her to eat breakfast. Perhaps it was her clear gaze, which made her seem innocent, that made him unable to reject her. Mu Xiaoxiao turned around this time and looking at him as she said in a sunder manner, "Regarding your apology, I hold the right to consider my acceptance." With that said, she shook his hand off and left. Lu Yichen gazed at her silhouette steadily for a long time. Mu Xiaoxiao's next stop was the principal's office. Even though the bell had already rung for the start of class, she ignored it and rushed into the principal's office pompously. "Uncle Principal, I've got something I want to talk about." The secretary outside wanted to block her entrance but couldn't. This little missy had rushed straight in. Chapter 46, Sure enough, it was his doing. "My apologies to you, Principal," the secretary said, her head bowed. The principal had been napping with his chin cupped in his palm. He had been so astonished upon hearing the bang of the door that his arm had jerked up, causing him to hit his head on the table. Holding his head in pain, he almost scolded the person furiously. However, seeing that the person who had rushed in was Mu Xiaoxiao, his furious face became a smiling one. "Student Mu, what's the matter? Come over and have a seat." "MS. Secretary, get a glass of juice for Student Mu over here." The secretary gaped in surprise. Other than young Master Ji, it was her first time seeing the principal fawn over a student. Okay, returning to her senses, she rushed out of the room after the principal signaled at her with his eyes. The principal waved Mu Xiaoxiao over to a seat and spoke to her cordially. Mu Xiaoxiao's face was still burning with fury and she refused to sit. Instead, she walked up to his table and rapped on it. Uncle Principal, why did you fire that security guard? Is it because of me? Did Yin Shoji order it? The principal cupped his chin in both hands and studied her expression carefully. He said, are you unhappy with this outcome? If you are, what else do you suggest I do? Do you want his pay to be cut? Or do you want to block him from being recruited for a similar job at other schools? These are easy things to execute. With a single word, I will be able to do it. Hearing his words, Mu Xiaoxiao wanted to burst with rage. Pow! She hit the table again, but this time, she hit it too hard, causing her hand to feel a little numb. She frowned and retracted her hand. That's not what I meant. I don't want to do anything to him. Can you listen to me first? Sure, please speak. Take a seat first and tell me about it. There's no rush at all. Uncle Principal will listen to you no matter how long you want to talk. The principal hummed her as though she was a little kid. Just then, the secretary brought in the juice and placed it respectfully in front of Mu Xiaoxiao. Student Mu, please have a drink. Mr. Principal, if there's nothing else, I'll be leaving to do some work. The secretary went out. The principal smiled widely. Gesturing with his hand at the drink in front of her, he said to Mu Xiaoxiao, have something to drink first. You can tell me about your request slowly. Mu Xiaoxiao was thirsty from her lengthy exchange with Lu Yichen. Abandoning all restraint, she took up the glass and drank the juice. She licked her pink lips after she finished the drink. It was a strawberry-flavored juice, and it was quite delicious. She was satisfied, and it had quenched her thirst. Putting down the glass, she did not sit down but said immediately, what I mean is, I don't want him to be fired. Rehire him and let him work here again. The principal looked as if he was in a tough position. About this, it's not something that's easy to do, it's an order from young Master Ji. You should discuss this with him, I feel, and then tell me about it once you have arrived at a conclusion, okay? Of course, this was Yin Shoji's doing. Mu Xiaoxiao's face was gloomy. She said, his reason for firing the security guard was because he wanted to stand up for me, so it wouldn't matter if I don't mind it. Uncle Principal, let the man come back to work here, okay? Please. The principal sat in his chair with his fingers crossed, looking indecisive. No, a domineering voice interrupted suddenly. Yin Shoji pushed open the door and entered, his expression cold and his countenance like that of a king. His aura was impossible to ignore. Chapter 47, even he was misunderstanding her, how did you get here? Mu Xiaoxiao looked at him in consternation. Yin Shoji harumphed and walked over to face her. He repeated strongly, whatever you requested just now, I won't agree to it. After saying that, he turned his head towards the principal. With an air of righteousness, he said, Mr. Principal, do not rehire the person I fired. Understood. The principal, who had been sitting down, jumped to a standing position in fright at his appearance. Wiping the sweat on his forehead, the principal complied respectfully, saying, understood, young Master Ji. I will follow your instructions to the letter, he said. Yin Shaojie. Mu Xiaoxiao roared his name in anger, her face flushing red. How could you do this? Do you have a problem with the guard? Why did you take his job away? Your actions are so vile. She howled. Yin Shoji walked over to her. Facing her, he snapped, did I not do this for your sake? Instead, you want to rehire the person I fired for you and give me a metaphorical slap to the face. He had absolute say in what went on in the school. There was no one who dared to challenge his influence. I didn't need you to stand up for me. Mu Xiaoxiao retorted. Her chest heaved with fury as she glared at him, rage in her eyes. Yin Shoji glared at her as though she had trampled on his kindness. You're doing this for Lu Yichen, aren't you? He said suddenly, his handsome face contorted with rage. What are you talking about? Mu Xiaoxiao looked at him in confusion and asked in a puzzled tone, you know Lu Yichen. Yin Shoji's lips twitched in mockery. He had a beef with me. How could I not know him? Mu Xiaoxiao, why are you so easily infatuated with people? Why do you throw yourself so carelessly at anyone who looks good? He understood now that the gorgeous hunk she had been talking about was Lu Yichen. Yin Shoji's anger rose again as he thought about this. Also, she had left his car earlier in the morning and cast him off because she had spotted Lu Yichen. I'm not like that. I treat him as just a friend. It's not that she said, trying to explain herself. Yin Shoji interrupted her, are you denying things? The video of both of you behaving so intimately with each other has already spread through school like wildfire. There isn't a single person who doesn't know that you are the first girl Lu Yichen is giving special treatment to. What video? What intimacy? Mu Xiaoxiao was thoroughly confused by him and could not understand him at all. Yin Shoji took out his phone and played the video for her. Mu Xiaoxiao was stunned. It was really a video of her and Lu Yichen's interaction earlier. However, due to the videographer's distance, it was impossible to hear what they were saying, but from their actions, it looked as though they were behaving intimately. People who had no idea of the context would obviously think that there was something going on between them. I'm not, you're mistaken. What am I misunderstanding here? Didn't you look for him yourself? Didn't you behave intimately with him? Also, the gorgeous hunk you wanted to eat with yesterday was him, am I right? You've only known him since yesterday, yet you have such a big crush on him already. Don't you know that he has a girlfriend already? Mu Xiaoxiao, how are you so muddle-headed? Yin Shoji boiled with anger. Since when had she become like this? Had she been corrupted by America's open-minded values? Did she thus think that it would be interesting to steal the boyfriend of another girl? How did you become so corrupted? Upon hearing this, Mu Xiaoxiao jolted, and her eyes reddened. Chapter 48, Your Dumps. Xiaoxiao, how did you become so corrupted? Upon hearing this, Mu Xiaoxiao jolted, and her eyes reddened. She was already feeling indignant from being misunderstood by Lu Yichen, but she could let go of that. However, who knew that even Yin Shoji would misunderstand her as well? It made her feel even more aggrieved. Tears quickly pooled in her eyes and slid down her rosy cheeks in big globs. Seeing her cry so suddenly, Yin Shoji froze. Shoji, you're bastard. I'm never speaking to you ever again. Mu Xiaoxiao glared at him fiercely and then howled as she sobbed and ran out of the room. Yin Shoji curled his fists up into balls, looking upset. Behind him, the principal looked at him hesitantly. Carefully, he asked, Young Master Ji, then what should I? Shut up. Turning around in anger, Yin Shoji roared SHT. He cursed under his breath and hurried after her. Xiaoxiao, even though he had only delayed for a few seconds before running out of the office, there was already no sign of Mu Xiaoxiao. Chagrined, Yin Shoji felt like beating someone up. He rushed down the stairs to chase her. Little did he know that Mu Xiaoxiao was actually hiding in the corner of the stairs. As he ran over, his shadow had flitted across where she was, but because she was hidden in the dark, he hadn't noticed her. Mu Xiaoxiao lifted her head and saw him, but she buried it back between her knees in fury. Yin Shoji, you a hole. You blockhead. Tears leaped out of her eyes again. Squatting there, she tried to suppress her whimpers and sobbed silently. She had forgotten how long it had been since weeping like this. Since she was young, she had been the treasured baby of the family and was even pampered when she was with the Yin family. She had not suffered so much indignation before. Also, from when they were young till now, Yin Shoji, that jerk, had never chastised her so severely. Above all, how could he have misunderstood her like that? She had obviously never thought that way. She was only admiring Lu Yichen. She had never thought of chasing him, and even more so, she had never wanted to snatch him away from his girlfriend. Yet that bastard, Yin Shoji, dared to accuse her of that. Mu Xiaoxiao got angrier and more indignant the more she thought about it. Crying non-stop, she lost all sense of time. Her eyes felt uncomfortable, and her legs were numb. Just then, a pair of long legs appeared in front of her tear-stained vision. Mu Xiaoxiao, she lifted her head in shock. For a moment, she was elated. She thought that Yin Shoji had finally come to his senses and turned back to look for her. She had not imagined that Lu Yichen would be the one standing in front of her. Mu Xiaoxiao froze as she realized she had recognized the wrong person. She lifted her eyes, bright red from crying, and gazed at him dully, looking very pitiable. Lu Yichen studied her as she was squatting in the corner crying. His normally calm and steady pupils shivered. Are you all right? He asked in a low voice as he walked over. Facing her, he squatted as well and leveled his gaze to hers. She had wept pathetically until her eyes were swollen and red, looking like a little rabbit that had been wronged. This scene was etched into Lu Yichen's memory. He would remember for a long time how Mu Xiaoxiao had gazed upon him with her swollen red eyes with remarkable clarity. Mu Xiaoxiao returned to her senses from her previous confusion. Feeling embarrassed, she wiped off her tears with the back of her hand, not wanting him to see her in such a mess. How did you know that I was here? Her voice was hoarse from crying. Chapter 49, he sought her out specially hearing her voice. Lu Yichen frowned. Have you been crying? He asked. Mu Xiaoxiao took a few deep breaths before she calmed down. Wiping her tears, she stood. Subconsciously, she wanted to ask if he had sought her out specifically. However, she thought that it was highly impossible and that he had probably passed by and seen her crying coincidentally. Lu Yichen seemed to know what she was thinking. I only guessed, but it looks like you really came to meet with the principal. What happened? Do you mind telling me about it? He asked in a calm tone. His gaze was different from earlier in the morning. It had lost its coldness and was even replaced with some concern. Mu Xiaoxiao was astonished and pleasantly surprised. Looking at him, she said, Did you seek me out specifically? Yeah, Lu Yichen admitted openly. Mu Xiaoxiao remembered the incident earlier, and bowing her head in guilt, she apologized. Sorry, I wasn't successful just now. I wanted the principal to rehire the security guard, but she hadn't known that Yin Shoji would appear and strongly forbid the principal from helping her out. Lu Yichen looked at her for a while and replied, It's fine, it's not your fault. Mu Xiaoxiao looked at him. But this is my fault, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said those things to you, Lu Yichen said, apologizing seriously. Mu Xiaoxiao wanted to say that she was at fault too, but remembering how adamant Yin Shoji had been, she felt that she might not be able to change his mind. Thus, she thought that it would be better if Lu Yichen did not know that she was related to Yin Shoji. Let's not stand here anymore, let's leave, Mu Xiaoxiao suggested. At first, she had looked forward to Yin Shoji coming back to look for her, but now that Lu Yichen was here, she was afraid that Yin Shoji would find her here, for it would be disastrous if both guys were to come into contact with each other here. Oh right, didn't Yin Shoji mention that he had some beef with Lu Yichen? Thus, Mu Xiaoxiao wanted to leave this place first. Yeah, let's go, or we might get caught by a passing teacher, Lu Yichen replied as he led her out of the corner. Both of them sat in the empty hallway. Because classes were going on, there was no one around them, making the place cold and cheerless. He asked her, Do you want to go back to class? Mu Xiaoxiao thought about it and shook her head. No, I don't want to go back. Even if she couldn't see it, she could guess that her eyes were red from crying. If she had gone back to class, Yujie would have pestered her to tell him what had happened if he had seen the state she was in, and it would also rouse her other classmates' curiosity. Thus, to avoid unnecessary speculation, she decided it would be better to not go back. She was about to tell him not to bother with her and go back to class, as she assumed that as a top student, wouldn't he dislike missing classes? Yet surprisingly, Liu Yijun said to her, "Where do you want to go? I'll accompany you there." Slightly astonished and dumbfounded, Mu Xiaoxiao stared at him. "Accompany me? But then you aren't going to attend classes." Liu Yijun smiled weakly. "I'm not going. Sometimes, I don't like to attend class." "Is that weird?" Mu Xiaoxiao wanted to say that it was but quickly shook her head. "No, it's not weird at all. For students, not liking to attend classes was normal, so it would then be weird if students actually liked going to classes." "Then where are we going?" she asked. Even though the school was quite large, they were bound to attract attention if they walked around here. "Do you want to go somewhere outside school?" he asked. Surprisingly, his deep dark eyes twinkled with mischief. Chapter 50, This is so exciting. Mu Xiaoxiao's eyes sparkled immediately. Yes. With much haste and no hesitation at all, she nodded. She didn't want to return to class and she also didn't want to see Yin Shoji. "Then let's go. I'll take you out," Liu Yijun said. Turning around, he started walking in the opposite direction. Mu Xiaoxiao was perplexed. That wasn't the way to the school gate. Curious, she asked, "Aren't we leaving from the school entrance?" "Of course not. The entrance is guarded, it's not convenient," Liu Yijun answered. His vision was sharp. Spotting a teacher from afar, he pulled on her hand. Mu Xiaoxiao's reflexes were a little slower, but she still managed to hide in a nearby corridor before her form teacher walked past. She patted her chest in alarm and whispered to him, "That's my form teacher." Because she had almost been caught, her heart was still pounding. She laughed uncontrollably and said, "That was so exciting." Liu Yijun glanced down and realized then that he was still grasping her hand. Letting go of it inconspicuously, he pretended that nothing had happened and said to her, "Let's go now, be careful." "All right." Mu Xiaoxiao's adventurous spirit rose in her, and her whole being was abuzz with excitement. Then, Liu Yijun took her to a detached little building. "Where is this place?" she asked. "The physical education equipment room," Liu Yijun replied, leading her to the back door. There was a passage there that led to a wall. Mu Xiaoxiao understood immediately, and pleasantly surprised, she asked, "Is the place beyond this wall outside the school?" "Yeah, the wall here is shorter, and if there aren't any physical education classes, there won't be many people around," Liu Yijun explained as he pulled out a ladder from a nearby corner. While supporting the ladder, he indicated that she should climb up. "How did you know about this place?" Mu Xiaoxiao asked as she climbed. Obviously, she would be surprised that someone like him, who looked like a good student, would play truant. Liu Yijun grinned. "I'm on the basketball team, and this is our secret passage." "Whoa, you're on the basketball team." Mu Xiaoxiao began taking note of the scenery. Seeing that she was already on top of the wall, he said, "Don't move now that you're there, wait for me." "Okay." Mu Xiaoxiao replied obediently as she sat on the ledge and swung her fair, skinny legs. Liu Yijun was very nimble and scaled the ladder in 2 or 3 moves. Mu Xiaoxiao glanced left and right as she sat there looking at the scenery, wondering where this place was. Liu Yijun swung himself over the wall quickly. At the bottom, he said to her, "Come down. I'll hold you. Don't be scared, it's not high here, so you won't fall." Even if she fell, there was a patch of grass below, and it wouldn't hurt too much. Mu Xiaoxiao wasn't actually afraid at all. She usually climbed up and down all over the place like a tomboy anyway. Yet right now, when facing a gorgeous guy, shouldn't she be a little more reserved? "Then, I'm going to jump now." She jumped off immediately after finishing her sentence. Wait, he was trying to tell her to come down, not jump down. Liu Yijun couldn't stop her in time, and her light frame had already jumped down. He went forward to catch her hastily. Luckily, the wall here was shorter, and Mu Xiaoxiao was not hurt, only losing her balance. She ended up hurtling into his chest and his embrace. They were standing chest to chest now. However, only half a second had passed before she blushed and pushed off him.